A billionaire disappears into the icy wilderness. No distress call, no body, no trace. Did he fall? Did he run? Or was there something far more sinister at play? Karl-Erivan Haub was no ordinary businessman. A German-American billionaire and heir to the Tengelmann retail empire, he was one of Germany's most powerful figures. Known for his strategic leadership, he helped grow the company into an international powerhouse, managing thousands of stores and billions in revenue. But beyond the boardroom, Haub had another passion: mountaineering and extreme skiing. A seasoned adventurer, he was well-versed in navigating the world's most dangerous slopes. On April 7, 2018, Haub set out for what was supposed to be a routine training session in Zermatt, Switzerland, preparing for an upcoming extreme ski race. His last known movements were captured by surveillance footage at a ski lift, showing him dressed in professional ski gear as he ascended into the alpine wilderness near the iconic Matterhorn. That was the last time anyone saw him. He never returned. What followed was one of the most baffling disappearances in modern history. There was no distress signal, no confirmed sightings, and no solid evidence of what had happened. Despite extensive searches, Karl-Erivan Haub had vanished without a trace. What really happened to the billionaire heir? This case is just beginning. The mystery, the intense search effort. Karl-Erivan Haub's disappearance triggered one of the most extensive search efforts in recent history. Swiss and Italian rescue teams immediately launched a large-scale operation, scouring the treacherous slopes of the Matterhorn and surrounding areas. Helicopters, drones, and trained search dogs were deployed, covering miles of rugged terrain. But what made the search even more bizarre was what wasn't found. There were no ski tracks leading to an accident site, no discarded equipment buried in the snow, and no signs of a struggle. It was as if he had simply vanished into thin air. The conditions were challenging, but for an expert mountaineer like Haub, it seemed unimaginable that he could disappear so completely without leaving any trace behind. Despite weeks of exhaustive searching, covering both the Swiss and Italian sides of the border, not a single clue was uncovered to explain his fate. As time passed, questions arose. Was this truly a tragic accident? Or was there something far more sinister at play? Unusual details that don't add up. From the start, something felt off about Karl-Erivan Haub's disappearance. He was an expert ski mountaineer, known for his meticulous preparation and caution. Yet, despite his experience, he vanished without a trace. The weather on April 7, 2018 was clear, with no avalanches reported. In most alpine disappearances, search teams find some evidence: a buried ski pole, gear, or a distress signal. But in Haub's case, none of these were present. His phone last pinged near the ski lift, yet no further activity was recorded. If he had fallen or been stranded, he would have had time to make a call, but his phone went dark immediately. An even stranger detail: Haub was seen boarding the ski lift alone, something highly unusual for a man who was always cautious and well-prepared. His trainer later confirmed that it was out of character for him to take risks without a partner or safety plan. This raised a troubling question. Was he really skiing that morning, or was something else at play? Theories and speculations. Accidental death in the Alps. The official theory suggests that Karl-Erivan Haub fell into a glacier crevasse or was buried by snow while skiing in the Swiss Alps. Given the unpredictable nature of high-altitude terrain, such accidents have occurred before. Some believe he may have taken a wrong turn, ventured into unstable ice, and plunged into an unseen crevasse. But this theory raises serious doubts. In most cases, even when bodies are not immediately recovered, some evidence, a ski pole, gloves, or a fragment of clothing, eventually emerges as ice shifts and melts. Yet, years after his disappearance, not a single trace of Haub, his gear, or even disturbed snow was ever found. Even more puzzling, if he had fallen into a glacier, his phone should have continued to ping for some time before the battery drained. But his device went dark almost immediately, an anomaly in cases of alpine accidents. The lack of distress signals, footprints, or recovered remains makes this theory difficult to accept at face value. A staged disappearance? As the lack of evidence surrounding Karl-Erivan Haub's disappearance deepened, alternative theories emerged. Could he have orchestrated his own vanishing? Haub had significant business connections in Russia. particularly through Tengelmann Group's joint ventures with Russian firms. Some reports suggested he may have been entangled in legal or financial issues, fueling speculation that he could have faked his death and fled, possibly seeking refuge in Russia or another country where he had connections. However, his younger brother, Christian Haub, testified under oath that he had no knowledge of his brother's whereabouts and believed him to be dead. Based on this testimony, a German court officially declared Karl-Erivan Haub deceased in May 2021, allowing Christian to assume the role of CEO of the Tengelmann Group. Despite the official ruling, whispers of anonymous sightings in Russia and other locations continued. In May 2023, reports surfaced suggesting that Karl-Erivan Haub might have been seen alive in Moscow, leading to renewed speculation about his fate. These developments have raised questions about the circumstances of his disappearance and the possibility of a staged vanishing, the Russian connection. As the search for Karl-Erivan Haub continued, a startling theory emerged. Had the billionaire faked his own disappearance? Investigations uncovered his close association with Veronika Ermilova, a Russian event planner with suspected ties to the FSB. In the days before he vanished, Haub allegedly made 13 phone calls to Ermilova, sparking speculation about a coordinated escape plan. Further scrutiny of travel records revealed that Haub and Ermilova had frequently been in the same locations at the same time, including Moscow, Sochi, and St. Petersburg. Fueling suspicions of a secret relationship. Some even theorized that Haub, facing potential legal troubles, sought protection in Russia. However, Ermilova has strongly denied these claims, insisting their interactions were purely business-related. She dismissed the allegations as unverified fake news and rejected any connections to the FSB, stating, "I am married, I have a child, and I don't live with a German billionaire in Moscow. This is fake." Despite her denials, the mystery deepens, leaving many to wonder. Did Haub orchestrate his own disappearance? A more sinister plot? The disappearance of Karl-Erivan Haub has given rise to theories suggesting a more sinister plot. Given his status as a billionaire and CEO of the Tengelmann Group, some speculate that Haub may have been targeted by powerful figures due to corporate rivalries, espionage, or political motives. Haub's extensive business dealings in Russia have drawn particular attention. He had connections with Russian businessmen, including Sergei Grishin, known as the Scarface oligarch, who was involved in controversial financial activities. Grishin's notoriety includes claims of committing significant bank fraud during the collapse of the Soviet Union. Such associations have led to speculation that Haub could have been entangled in complex financial or political schemes, potentially making him a target for elimination. Moreover, reports have surfaced suggesting that Haub was in contact with individuals linked to Russian intelligence services. In the days leading up to his disappearance, he allegedly made multiple calls to a Russian woman with suspected ties to the Federal Security Service, FSB. This connection has fueled theories that Haub may have been involved in espionage activities, either willingly or unwittingly, making him a liability to powerful entities. Another angle considers internal corporate dynamics. Following Haub's disappearance, his brother, Christian Haub, assumed sole leadership of the Tengelmann Group. While there is no concrete evidence to suggest foul play within the family, the sudden shift in power has led some to question whether internal disputes or power struggles could have played a role in Karl-Erivan's disappearance. Despite these theories, no substantial evidence has emerged to confirm that Haub was eliminated by powerful figures. The lack of concrete information continues to fuel speculation, leaving the true circumstances of his disappearance shrouded in mystery. Final thoughts. Karl-Erivan Haub was officially declared dead in absentia in 2021, but to this day, there is no concrete proof of what truly happened to him. Did he perish in the Alps, or did he orchestrate an elaborate escape? Even within his own family, opinions remain divided. While his brother, Christian Haub, has accepted his legal death, allowing corporate leadership to shift, other reports suggest that some family members still believe he is alive. His alleged ties to Russia, secret calls to a mysterious woman, and financial connections to powerful figures leave more questions than answers. What do you think happened to Karl-Erivan Haub? Was it an accident, a disappearance, or something much darker? Share your theories in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more deep dives into the world's most baffling disappearances. Next time, we uncover another mind-boggling case, one where the suspect may have been hiding in plain sight all along.